From Holy Mackerel Productions' mobile world headquarters at a secure location on a large body of water on the eastern seaboard, it's time for the Maine Event Radio Show. The Maine Event, it's homegrown, it's good for you, and it's original, and always features great entertainment from our own backyard. Hi, Dan Foley here. Good to have your company as we cruise the entertainment highways and byways of the Pine Tree State and beyond. So what do you say we get this show on the road, huh? Here it comes down that digital expressway, this edition of the Maine Event Radio Show.
Certified maniac, and he traveled with a bag full of books and weed. Ever follow him behind him, I didn't want to know. I figured I'd just let him be. Didn't know him for a long time. He had to find some shelter from the snow. There's more and more the further north you go. Hoping he don't freeze to death. Alabama blood ain't used to this. Winter's been what they are around here. Now riding crooked, let him make it capital. The chapel on that hill, in the shadow of the mountain, and the mountain standing still. And the wind's gonna do what it will. The rain's gonna wash away that mountain till that is looking more like a mountain in the shadow of the hill rocks. Fall short of the chapel, just a little wooden box. John became a farmer, nothing else had worked out right. He hid behind a wall, broke down cars and doors, kept the cabin safe at night. Never trusted nobody, never learned to make things right. That's why he's all alone, writing his thoughts down by the firelight. Could have started dead by now, been killed back in that war. But it was a woman, took his life when she walked out and slammed his door. Maybe knew the day would come and he might have known it was his time when them blue lights came flashing, he was gone and they never gonna find him. Riding crooked, let him make it capital. The chapel on that hill, in the shadow of the mountain, and the mountain standing still. And the wind's gonna do what it will. The rain's gonna wash away that mountain till that hill looking more like a mountain in the shadow of the rocks. Fall short of the chapel, just a little wooden dock. Riding crooked, let him make it capital. The chapel on that hill, in the shadow of the mountain, and the mountain stands still. And the wind's gonna do what it will. The rain's gonna wash away that mountain till that hill more like a mountain in the shadow of the rocks. Fall short of the chapel, just a little wooden dock.
We both cry for lives lost, cry just because you and me are free. Could we be where you are? Could we breathe just once more? If we see who we are, I will stand and make sure you never fall. You never fall. saw your face in a cloud someplace, and I lost myself again. And sooner or later I won't be able to feel you on my skin. Could we be where you are? Could we breathe just once more? And if we see who we are, I will stand and make sure you never fall. You never fall. You never fall. Sometimes late at night I feel your heartbeat in my sheets, and I can't sleep, and I can't breathe. They get tossed around meaningless, but I've been said I love you, I still love you. Could we be where you are? Could we breathe just once more? If we see who we are, I will stand and make sure you never fall. You never fall. You never fall. You never fall. Never
Homegrown and good for you, the main event is radio the way it should be.
Ain't no money, it's good and like life. He calls her honey, wishing for another life. It's been years since the night went dry and we're halfway in the ground. She just stands by her man getting out of the poor old town. It's the long highway down. Any place is better and glory bound. We are lost but we'll be found. Gonna leave this poor old town. Oh my mother, salvation's on the floor. Oh my father, no, I love you all the more. Poverty is your innocence and it's dragging all us down. I can't stay here, gonna leave this poor old town. It's a long highway down. Any place is better and glory bound. We are lost but we'll be found. Gonna leave this poor old town. Not a sound Don't you know the baby is on its way? Death will surely come to get us. Better pack it up today. It's a long highway now. Any place is better and glory bound. We are lost but will be found. Gonna leave this poor old town. Gonna leave this poor old. Gonna leave this poor old. Gonna leave this poor old town.
In the richest country in the world, got no health care for the boys and girls. Gucci cultures are having its way, calling in Congress on the pay to play. Well, it's time. Yes, it's time. Way past time. Guys lined up and down the river bank, as half our schools get a failing rank. Too many teachers in employment lines, while CEOs are sipping $1,000 wine. It's time. Say it's time. It's way past time. The clock is ticking for the land I love. Need some help from the Lord above to get this train back on the track. Come on, people, it's time to take it back. Yes, it's time. Clock is ticking for the land I love. Need some help from the Lord above to get this train back on the track. Come on, people, it's time to take it back. Yeah, it's time. Shipping garbage on out to sea that just floats back to you and me. Turn up the AC when it gets too hot. Throwing all God's creatures in this boiling pot. Well, it's time. Yes, it's time. Way past time. It's time. Way past time. Yes, it's time. Way past time. Yes, it's time. It's way past time. Yes, it's time. Way past time. Way past time.
Colwell Brothers Band on the Main Event Radio Show with Way Past Time. And before that, it was Cat Maslick Bodie, Poor Old Town. Daniel Taylor from his debut album, and Fall. And speaking of debut albums, the first from the Mallet Brothers Band gave us On That Hill. All right here on the Main Event, where we always have a good time, so I hope you can stick around for the rest of the show. because we got lots to do as always. Don't forget, we're on Facebook via YouTube audio. Each and every recent edition of the program is right there on the Maine Event Radio Show homepage on Facebook, and each one has a number. This one is 0529. We're also at our website, meradio.org, and you find the Listen Now button on that homepage. Click it, and you're there with the current edition of the show. However you do it, radio at our website, meradio.org, or on the Maine Event Radio Show Facebook page. It's always good to have your company, and it's great to be here. Continuing right now, from Bert and I, who always have some interesting and totally truthful tales to tell about how you can't get away from the sea. Bert and I, the Maine Event Radio Show.
You know, a fella just can't never get away from the sea. I've tried from time to time, but I never did get away from the sea for very long. A fella just can't never get away from the sea. Now, I shall never forget that time I was raking leaves on one of them cold, raw, foggy days you could get along the coast of Maine, and Mr. Smith come out and asked me if I'd like to get warmed up by the fire and have a little something to drink. Well, I said, Mr. Smith, I'd like first rate to get warm, but if it's all the same to you, I'll not have anything to drink. I haven't had anything to drink for over 35 years, Mr. Smith, I said, but I recollect just like it was yesterday that last time I partook of spirits. I was building boats in them days, and I was also building coffins. And I built most of the coffins that them folks are buried in up on the hill. And I just finished a catboat for Henry Furness's boy when Charlie Pierce come over, and he run the general store and did the undertaking on the side, and he said, I've got to have me a coffin by Thursday. I said, Charlie, it's short notice. He said, I know it is, so I brung you over a jug of Jamaica rum. Well, I didn't spare myself none, nor may I say did I spare that rum. And Wednesday night I went to bed feeling pretty good. Very good. And proud of a job well done. In the morning, Charlie come over, and I showed him out to the shed, and I noticed he kind of started some as we walked through the door of that shed, and there that coffin stood, and it had a rudder and a centerboard on it. A fella just can't never get away from the sea. And then there was Aunt Mehitabel. Bless her heart. She was a card from a long line of cards, she was. And she said she was going to get out to California before she died. Well, she just made it. Well, she got out there and she wired us that she'd had a very pleasant trip to California, that she'd gone by way of Bangor, but that she did not like California on account of it was so far from the ocean. And she said she was heading back east as fast as she could. Well, she got on the train and got as far as Sacramento when she come down with the Colramoblis, and on top of that, the Tizzic. The Colramoblis fell an ox, but it took the Tizzic to drop Aunt Mehitabel. She passed away on the train, and we wired the station master to crate her up and ship her east. And she arrived 5 days later at Cutler Siding, We rushed her through the funeral services. It was the middle of August. Then we got her out to the graveyard and was about to lower her away when curiosity got the best of us, and we pried up aboard to have a last look-see, and there, inside, was an admiral in full uniform, making the best of an unsettling situation. We lowered the admiral and buried him quick, in the hopes that somewhere Aunt Mehitabel would be getting a 21-gun salute.
Not just another pretty radio show. The Main Event. Radio the way it should be.
Start again on the miles we walk and I've been seeing here.
I can't have you back. No, this song won't be about another man I would have found, and I won't make you famous all over this small town. I barely know you, but I want you. When I got close, you ran away. I want another chance to hold you. And I want you to learn to stay. So baby, just take my hand. Come on, give this a chance. It's everything that we've both been dreaming of. What we have here is real, and I'm starting to feel we're right on the brink now. How many dead-end roads will you go down before you'll ever learn? You can't give half your heart away. You always crash and burn. I don't know what tomorrow holds, and I don't know what you've been through, but sometimes love is worth the risk. I'm sorry, something new. You barely know me, but you want me. So tell me why you run away. What if I told you you can trust me, and you don't have to be afraid? Baby, just take my hand. Come on, give this a chance. It's everything that we've both been dreaming of. What we have here is real, and I'm starting to feel we're right on the brink. I'd give anything to kiss you. Without knowing, I might miss you if I do. Baby, just take my hand. Come on, give this a chance. It's everything that we've both been dreaming of. What we have here is real, and I'm starting to feel we're right on the brink. Baby, just take my hand. Come on, give this a chance. It's everything that we've both been dreaming of. What we have here is real, and I'm starting to feel we're right on the brink. Baby, just take my hand. Come on, give this a chance. It's everything that we've both been dreaming of. What we have here is real, and I'm starting to feel we're right on the
That's called On the Brink. And it comes to us from Alyssa Brackley on the Main Event Radio Show. Also, Big Bad Wolf, the title track of their album Tides, and from Bird and I, how you can't get away from the sea. Well, you can get away from us, but you don't have to work too hard to find us, because the show is on at the Main Event Radio Show homepage on Facebook. Also at our website, meradio.org, where you'll find the Listen Now button. And right here on your radio, too. However you like it. Always good to have your company. Continuing now, a little blues for us from Mark Guitar Miller. Back to Memphis, the Main Event.
Hey man, you got a cigarette? Thanks. You got a lighter? Thanks a lot. I've been down and out a bit. Well, I'm going back to Memphis, baby. That's where the blues comes from. The blues street. He ain't had too much to eat. Oh, he ain't got no place to stay and no shoes on his feet. But I'm going back to Memphis. That's where the blues comes from. Oh, that's right, Lord. When our people down there now, they all know what I'm talking about. Now you tell me all about it right here now, come on. All right, now come on. That's all right, now come on. Well, I went down on Beale Street, Elvis Presley Boulevard, and I seen too many people working too hard. I'm going back to Memphis. That's where the blues comes from. Oh, that's right. Well, now people down there, they all know what I'm talking about. That's right. I said now people down there, they all know what I'm talking about. That's a blues, baby. Once in a while, I wish I never told you all those things you wanted to hear. Once in a while, I wish I never held you quite so close, quite so dear. But the world's gonna do just what it does while we wait for the answers to come. And though we go our separate ways, I'm gonna love you anyway. Once in a while, I sit and wonder about the way my life could have gone. What's the sense to sit and ponder in the end? What's done is done, and you can't change the way you feel. There's no sense in spinning your wheels. And though
Though we go our separate ways, I'm gonna love you anyway. I could have told you all the things that you wanted to hear. Once in a while, I wish I could have held you and let you know just how I feel. But it's too late to change the past. Any lifetime goes by so fast. We go our separate ways, I'm gonna love you anyway.
Steve Jones, Once in a While on the Main Event. And that comes from his album, It's Different Every Day. Oh, and you know what? It's different right here on the Main Event, too, because we always have, we go for the variety. It's not just same old all the time. And one thing we do is we visit the Vault of Vinyl when we come your way, each and every edition of the show. The Vault of Vinyl being where we keep our dusty, scratchy old record collection, and when we visit the vault, we crack it open, we grab a record and play a song from it for you. That's what we do when we visit the Vault of Vinyl, and I say that because it's time to do that right now. We've got one here going back to the early 70s. I can tell it's the early 70s because it's by a guy named Wendell Austin, who was a trucker at the time. And the album cover shows a big rig at a gas pump, and the gas price is 73 cents. So it's from the early 70s, right after the first big oil shock. Anyway, the name of the album is Sliding Through, and we're going to hear the story Big Mike from Aroostook County. It's Wendell Austin as we visit the Vault of Vinyl, the Main Event Radio Show.
Look, up there on 95, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Negatory, good buddy. It's Big Mike from Maine. I'll tell you a story I know you will believe about a big, big man up in Maine who lived among the big pine trees. He used to plant them taters, the best you have ever seen, then truck them down to Boston town. That's Big Mike from Maine. Big Mike from Maine, raised on meat and taters. Big Mike from Maine, he weighed about 280. Don't try to stop Mike on the road, your efforts will be in vain. All you'll see is a bumper sign, there goes Big Mike from Maine. December, when the snow was on the ground, Mike loaded up his trailer rig, then Big Mike looked around. It sure looked like a bad storm coming, the north wind was a fright. Mike checked her tires and filled her tanks, Big Mike rose tonight. raised on meat and taters. Big Mike from Maine, he weighed about 280. Don't try to stop Mike on the road, your efforts will be in vain. All you'll see is a bumper sign, there goes Big Mike from Maine. Down to Boston town, Mike said, I will make it or die. Was snowing so hard, he said to himself, I think I'm going blind. Mike never saw the flashing lights of a real fast-moving train. That was the end of a big, big man called Big Mike from Maine. Big Mike from Maine, raised on meat and taters. Big Mike from Maine, he weighed about 280. Though Mike no longer runs his rig, you can still see his name. Keep looking for those bumper signs saying Big Mike from Maine. Big Mike from Maine. Big Mike from Maine.
It's real radio for real people just like you, the main event.
I am an old song that you once knew. You can't remember me for the life of you. And now they're singing you verses that are new and you are longing for just to hear that chorus. Get back to Brooklyn. You can close your eyes for a moment at a time, but in the dark they'll stay open, always stay open. My spine gets the most sun when I'm not lying on my back with my brains dripping down into the palms of my hands. I'm always misplacing my wandering mind. It takes a metro, it's never on time, and now I'm trying to remember how to climb the stairs, how to tie my shoes, and how to braid my hair. I can't recall my own name or even why I care. I wish the clouds make up their minds so I could make up mine now. We fell asleep on a box of milk duds. They melted into the clubhouse cushions. I never loved another person more than I love you, more than I love you. Now I'm an old song that you once knew. You can't remember me for the life of you, but I hope you find joy in all the things you doing in these songs we sing that I sung solely for you.
Let me tell you about her appetite. She got an appetite for construction. She got it all, I got nothing. She wants to be a virgin queen, eating a cake in heaven, you too. So powerful, it's so real. She got it all, I got nothing, nothing. Yesterday I had a vision, she was on the television, she was on the telephone, call my bluff, no one's home, give me shelter, give me money, slap my ass and call me honey. Virgin queen is sacred. Virgin queen is sacred. She got an appetite. Let me tell you about her appetite. She got an appetite for construction. She got it all, I got nothing, nothing. Every time she calls your name, it sounds just like a bird that is singing. The song remains insane. She got everything, I got nothing, nothing. Yesterday I had a vision, she was on the television, she was on the telephone, call my bluff and no one's home, give me shelter, give me money, slap my ass and call me honey. Virgin queen is sacred. Virgin queen is
Darian Brahms on the Main Event Radio Show, and that one's called Appetite. And someone with an appetite for candy was Lady Lamb, and their song called Milk Duds. And that after we heard from Wendell Austin as we visited the vault of vinyl with the story of Big Mike eating meat and taters. You know, if you hear the sound of breezes, if you hear the sound of people, traffic, that's because it's fairly warm, and we're at a location that's not exactly public, but there's other stuff happening, so need a little ventilation so we get the sounds of nature with us, maybe even birds chirping. But it doesn't interfere with the quality of the Main Event Radio Show, so let's continue now, shall we? This is Coyote Kid, Gone Fishing, the Main Event.
I can see the water rising, and it's time to get my pole. I've been smelting on the Kennebec ice, fishing out on Moosehead Lake, just getting hot out in the cold. The ice is out, there ain't no doubt, it's time to be on my way. So feed the dog and kiss the kids, I'm going fishing like Granddad did. I'm going fishing today. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, babe, I'm leaving today. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing. I'm gonna fish all my blues away. I'm going fishing. I'm going fishing. And I'll be back in a week or two. And if you wanna drop a line right in the water next to mine, then you'll be fishing too. I can hear those fish are calling, they're calling out my name. Jackie's ready, now we're rolling. Jerry's smelting, now we're trolling. Carver Sea out in the rain. There's a time to work, a time to play, and now it's time to fish. Don't forget my tackle box and my lucky fishing socks. Eager beaver, cabin fever wish. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, babe, I'm leaving today. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, I'm gonna fish all my blues away. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, and I'll be back in a week or two. And if you wanna drop a line right in the water next to mine, then you'll be fishing too. Tell the world he'll have to wait. Spring is here, I got my bait. Maine is my favorite fishing state. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, babe, I'm leaving today. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, I'm gonna fish all my blues away. I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing, and I'll be back in a week or two. And if you want to drop a line right in the water next to mine, then you'll be fishing. No more ambition, you'll be fishing too.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go to Paris and bring back some scented soul. Wow, wow. And I'm gonna go to Rome, but I can't hope to see the pole. Wow, wow. And then I'm gonna go to Athens, but I won't see much of Greece. Wow, wow. And I'm gonna go to China, but I won't have to learn Chinese. Well going, well going, well going, well going. Dip, dip, well going, way up, well going, dip, dip, well going, way up. Oh, well, I'm gonna go to China, gonna go to Norway, Mexico, and Peru. I'm gonna go to Poland, gonna visit Lebanon and Wales and Sweden too. I'm going to Athens, Belfast, Belgrade, Canaan, Carthage, Cleveland, and Rome. I'm going to Damascus, Frankfurt, Madrid, Moscow, Paris, and home. And Naples, and Vienna, and Sydney, and Detroit, but I'm never getting on a plane or a big old ocean liner, 'cause I'm gonna go to China, but I'll never leave the state of Maine. State of Maine, state of Maine, state of Maine, dip, dip, way up. 'Cause we've got Denmark, we've got Scotland, Smyrna, Trenton, and Troy. We've got Tacoma, Virginia, and Verona, and Washington, boy, oh boy. We got Hannibal's Cross and Michigan Settlement, Newcastle, and Stockholm. We've got Cornish, we've got Corinth, Limerick, and Surrey at home. And Palermo, and Palmyra, and Plymouth, and Leeds, so my truck will be waiting at the gate. Gonna wax her up in China, 'cause I'm gonna go to China, but I'll never leave the Pine Tree State. Tree State, Tree State, Las Vegas, Tree State, dip, dip, Tree State, way up. Oh, well, I'm going to Siberia to look around that area, and then to Lisbon I will go. Going to see if Adam's weeding in his garden up in Eden, then I'll shuffle off to Buffalo. I go to Brighton, Brooklyn, Calais, Canton, Charleston, and Dallas too. I'm gonna go to Egypt, Derby, California, West Point, and Notre Dame before I'm through. Then I go to Monticello just to eat a bowl of Jello, and Jamaica Point to walk in the sand. And you won't have to walk my dog, you won't have to slap my hog, 'cause I'll never leave vacation land. We will wave to all the mooses as we go cruising past. Wah, wah. You better fasten up your seatbelts, we'll be going kind of fast.
Well going, well going, well going, well going. Well going,
Dip, dip,
well going,
way up,
well going,
dip, dip,
well going.
way up.
Well, I'm gonna go to China, gonna go to Norway, Mexico, and Peru. Gonna go to Poland, gonna visit Lebanon, Wales, and Sweden too. Gonna Athens, Belfast, Belgrade, Canaan, Carthage, Cleveland, and Rome. I'm going to Damascus, Frankfurt, Madrid, Moscow, Paris, and home. And Naples, and Vienna, and Sydney, and Detroit. I'll be lying on the beach in my recliner. I'll be waiting there for you, heading down on 202. 'Cause we're gonna be in China. Yes, sir.
From the album Welcome to Maine, that's the Sandy River Ramblers on the Main Event Radio Show. Going to China. Little geographic tour of our beautiful home state for us. And for folks who might be wanting to come and visit. You know, you got to know your way around before you really hit the road. And you've gone fishing from Coyote Kid, and that's a popular sport no matter where you might be. Which brings us to time to put a wrap on this edition of the original Homegrown Radio Show. Always featuring great entertainment from our own backyard. With thanks to this station for putting us on the air. Thanks to Kevin Foley for doing the IT work that I don't have a clue about. And thanks especially to you for joining me. I hope you're going to be here next time, because I know I will, when the main event comes your way once again. Don't forget, you'll find us on your radio, of course, but you'll also find us on Facebook at the Main Event Radio Show homepage. The audio recording on YouTube for this program is 0529. And at our website, meradio.org. However you do it, thanks for listening. Till next time, Dan Foley signing off for the Main Event Radio Show, a Holy Mackerel production. Coming to you from a secure location near a large body of water on the eastern seaboard, with a wish that you be good to yourself, be good to the folks around you, and let's all be good to the planet. We don't have another one. Emery Hutchins gets us out of here with a little ditty.